Okay, let's do a selfie. Let's do a selfie.
Right now, yeah. He'll like yours, like. He'll love yours.
No implicit bias.
No, it doesn't like you.
This is flash.
Yeah. So, should we drink it?
Yeah. Your cap is better. This is fine.
Is there tissue in there?
That's
Is
what
that
it
what
is.
it is?
Have a seat. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming tonight. Before we begin our ceremony, let us all take a moment of silence for the tragedy that occurred in Texas this past week in Uvalde. That's them. Thank you so much, and thank you to the San Marino Police Department and the San Marino Fire Department for your support and for making us in our community and us in this ceremony safe tonight. With that, let us begin. All right. Good afternoon and welcome to the San Marino High School's 2022 commencement ceremony. Please stand while the ASB President, Lucas Levy, leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
We need to turn around.
Please face the flag. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, everyone. We are honored to have our members of the San Marino Board of Education with us this evening. Vice President Jane Chan, Clerk Joseph Chang, Member Shelley Ryan, and Member Michael Kalaki. We are also honored to have attending today's ceremony our San Marino Unified School District Executive Team. Superintendent Dr. Linda De La Torre, Chief Technology Officer Dr. Stephen Choi, Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services Dr. Lena Richter, and Chief Business Officer Dr. Michael Lin. We also wish to thank all the administrative teams from all the schools in the San Marino Unified School District, and we would like to acknowledge those in attendance today. Again, Carver Elementary School Principal, Dr. Michael Lin, and Huntington Middle School Principal, Mr. Daryl Topalian. Daryl always insists on helping, so he's working right now for us. Finally, we wish to thank and acknowledge the teaching staff of San Marino at every level, especially those at this level in San Marino High School, who've guided these students in pursuit of their goals these past 4 years. Thank you, staff of San Marino High School. By the way, there's a bet to see if I can get through any of this without weeping today. I love these kids. So, at this time, we welcome to the podium San Marino Unified School Board Clerk, Mr. Joseph Chang, who will speak on behalf of the board.
Good afternoon. Congratulations, class of 2022. I'm so happy for you all. Along with your parents and the school district staff, we have watched you grow. I joined to the school board in the 2001, over the 20 years ago. During the last 20 years, we have never had such a global event impact our life. I consider you all family. In seeing you all as my friend, family, I would like to express my thanks, commitment to safety. We have had the highest vaccine rate among all the school community. Because you have been able to continue to pursue your passion, today I would like to make two predictions about this class. Number one, this is a class of perseverance. In the next part of your life, you will meet the people of different age. I believe that everyone goes through difficult time. What makes your situation unique is that as a generation, you have persisted through the difficult time much earlier than others. I suggest that you continue to preserve as it will make you stronger. Former UCLA basketball coach John Wood said, to avoid the peak and the valleys. I think that it means you need to persist and keep moving toward your dream. Benjamin Franklin said that energy and persistence conquer all the things. Having difficult time earlier in your life has taught you to persist. This is a part of the secret of success. I believe you will persist to overcome difficulty to reach your dreams. Number two, this is a class of innovation. Over the last few years, some people would say that you had a misfortune of COVID during your childhood. I suggest that you consider the opposite. All the people will have a misfortune. This cannot be denied, but it is what we do in a difficult time that allow us to succeed. The last few years have been difficult, but here are a few examples of your class success. This year, we are much better in the 3A performance in spite of COVID-19, we hold a league championship like boys basketball, swimming, girls swimming, tennis. Dance company won the first place, competed with other high school. Our speech and debate, robotics, and the science Olympiad, all are excellent. And more proud to be mentioned. It's said that we need to be first, be limited, in order to become the limitless. Van Gogh painting the masterpiece while having the vision problem, and the Beethoven composed while deaf. They use their limitation to boost their creativity. They learn to be use obstacle to their advantage, create a masterpiece that changes the world. When you reflect back, I think you will find this formula in your life. Perseverance plus innovation create a success. Today is just the start, and you create your future. May you reach all of your dreams. Class of 2022. Thank you again for your hard work in a very difficult last several years. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chang. We now welcome to the podium our superintendent, Dr. Linda De La Torre, for her remarks.
Welcome, Titan families. San Marino High School class of 2022. Congratulations on navigating the single most difficult high school journey in recent history and for emerging more adaptive to change and more resilient to the difficulties and disruptions you will face in your life ahead. You have spent well over one half of your high school life under the gray cloud of the worst pandemic in 100 years. Each of you have likely been touched by this tragedy through your own personal illness or through a friend or family member who fell ill or passed. COVID-19 heavily disrupted the lives of students across the globe. After more than a year of enduring online learning and separation from friends, peers, teachers, coaches, directors, and counselors here in San Marino, you return for a final and challenging year of masks, vaccinations, outbreaks, shutdowns, and socially distanced activities. Political noise and vitriol ruled the airways, directly impacting how you were allowed to attend school. Now you will be headed off to college and later joining the workforce, knowing that you will have to deal with potentially lingering health issues, anxiety, and a general uncertainty about the future. Your journey to college acceptance and a future career choice was unlike any previous graduating class. Due to the pandemic, test scores were minimized or non-existent, and many in the class of 2022 went without volunteer and internship experiences that colleges look for in a student's profile. College fairs were few and far between, and most seniors were unable to visit prospective campuses before selecting. Virtual and online tools took the place of face-to-face conversations in helping set a student's direction. The class of 2020 never got to walk across the graduation stage. The class of 2021 missed out on much of their senior year. And while your class of 2022 enjoyed a senior year in person and this graduation ceremony, you entered your final year of high school having spent only one full year on campus, your freshman year. Wow. A recent national poll of nearly 30,000 high school seniors highlighted startling impacts of COVID-19 on the futures of the class of 2022. One half of high school seniors changed their life's plans due to the pandemic. Nearly 75% believe there are now much greater challenges to attending college than for previous graduating classes. Far fewer seniors say they participated in career counseling and college financial counseling than in 2019, with significant drops for those who come from underrepresented groups of students, and only 43% feel positive about their college and career readiness. Despite these challenges, our amazingly resilient class of 2022 came back strong. Many in this graduating class have been accepted to very prestigious colleges and universities, many of which are highly coveted Ivy League schools. So whether you are attending PCC, Columbia, Duke, MIT, UC Berkeley, UCLA, USC, Caltech, or the many other wonderful colleges and universities our students will attend in the fall, we are proud of you. We are proud of each of you. And I know that San Marino High School and its team of highly qualified educators, counselors, specialists, support staff, and administrators have prepared each one of you to be the best that you can be in all of your future endeavors. Lin-Manuel Miranda of Hamilton fame said, "My dear terrified graduates, you are about to enter the most uncertain and thrilling period of your lives. I want to ask you, class of 2022, how will your pandemic-fueled experiences at San Marino High School these past 4 years shape your thrilling lives? Looking down the road, when you return to your 10-year reunion in 2032, who will you be? How will this pandemic have impacted your life and your future? Despite the effects of the pandemic, our students have still found a way to persevere and give back to others. As senior Lucas Levy said in his Promethean speech, we have decided that it is not just important to succeed, but also to give with no reward, praise, or recognition in mind. This extra investment may not have been easy, as you have had to sacrifice a lot of your free time, but that's why you are here today, because you value contributing." Very profound, Mr. Levy. So I want to challenge you. That does deserve an applause. So I want to challenge you with this. Your life is a grand story. And these past 4 years are just a chapter or two of that story. There is so much ahead of you, like a great Netflix series leaving you at a cliffhanger at the end of a gripping season. So much of your adventure still lies ahead of you. And the journey you are on has the potential of leading you to amazing heights and to fulfilling your life's potential and purpose. Walt Whitman once wrote, "Keep your face toward the sunshine, and shadows will always fall behind you." You are about to enter what most people my age would describe as the best 4 years of your life. Students, face the sunshine. Feel the warmth of your future. Leave the shadows behind and have the time of your lives. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you are all the pilots. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Dr. De La Torre. We now welcome to the podium Lucas Chen, Emma Liu, and Stanley Wong, who will speak on behalf of the class of 2022.
Class of 2022. All three of us have a secret to share with everyone here this evening. And no, it doesn't have to do with how we managed to earn the opportunity to speak at the ceremony, or that we just finished writing the speech earlier this week. But the truth is that we're secretly superheroes. Let us explain. Hi, I'm Stanley Wong.
I'm Emma Liu.
And I'm Lucas Chen. It's our honor and privilege to be able to speak today, especially as this graduating class of 2022 has had such an unconventional high school experience.
Let's start by using the time stone to travel back to the days when we were all in training at both Carver and Valentine Elementary School. Whether it was dressing up as Spider-Man for Halloween, flying across the monkey bars, or defeating the evil villain known as our times tables test, the world truly was our imagination. As we took on our various quests to become the champions of the legendary handball courts or to be the first to reach the top of the space net, we quickly began to find our loyal sidekicks and form alliances that would last for several years to come. Looking back on middle school, I know we all wished we could use the Mind Stone to blur out our awkward phases, but this was a time of growth and exploration. We went on overnight adventures at Wonder Valley, Catalina, and Pali, allowing us to join forces and HMS Foxes. And then, before we knew it, high school hit us sooner than we could have possibly imagined.
It was these past 4 years that served as our training grounds where we developed and sharpened our own superpowers. And although we can't necessarily shoot webs out of our fingertips or open portals to another dimension, as cool as that sounds, the powers we developed would be much more applicable to the real world we all dread so much. We learned how to build robots that could shoot t-shirts into a stadium filled with hundreds of people, speed write essays in just 40 minutes, and recite the quadratic equation at the drop of a hat. I know, super useful. But with that came memories and experiences that we only dreamed about in movies. There's nothing better than feeling the bright Friday night lights shine as we cheer for our Titan football team, or dressing up in our fanciest clothes to dance the night away at our amazing Roaring Twenties prom.
To address the proverbial elephant in the room, yes, COVID and the resulting pandemic turned our worlds upside down, with most of us spending a fourth of our high school experience online. Perhaps that's why our class voted for Marvel as our grad night theme, because, like them, we were faced with what felt at times like the end of the world. However, we collectively rose to the challenge, persevered, and have come out stronger for it.
Some of us struggled with the difficulties of learning academic material online or with the isolation from our peers. Many of us struggled with the abrupt ending of all in-person sports, arts, and extracurricular activities, and some classmates also encountered challenges with mental health and wellness. We struggled together, laughed helplessly together, and many of us cried together at the stressful reality that was before us. But throughout it all, we persisted.
Together with our teachers, we learned to utilize Google Meets and Zoom calls for classroom learning. Athletics, art programs, speech and debate clubs, and more quickly pivoted and shifted online. Technical difficulties were met with understanding, patience, and most importantly, kindness. And our families and friends provided love and support. Together, we got through it. And that makes us stronger than we know. After all, we're sitting here as proof.
Even after all of the troubles we faced with COVID, our class accomplished so much. The biggest congratulations go to our outstanding and unstoppable sports teams, BAP participants, among many other groups on campus. Here's to this year's league champions, boys basketball, girls and boys tennis, as well as girls swimming. And let's also not forget the CIF titles our badminton team brought home in 2019 and the CIF championship our girls tennis team dominated this year. These accolades given to you all is truly a testament to the hard work and dedication put into these programs by our seniors for the past 4 years.
While on the other side of campus, our visual and performing arts programs continue to flourish despite the challenges posed throughout the pandemic. Our dance program brought together our entire district for the first time ever, putting on a show that included elementary school and middle school students, as well as giving several teachers from our very own SMHS faculty the chance to shine on stage, all while selling a whopping 1,300 tickets within 1 weekend to Dancetra, the most tickets our dance department has sold for any one show in more than a decade. Our choir program continued to rock out the Nair Theater with a killer Disco Inferno Pops concert and brought home not one, but 2 Superior Awards at a recent festival. And our drama department produced amazing shows that reintroduced us to the magic of the theater, managing to put on an outdoor production of Grease in the midst of the pandemic, as well as revealing the inner meaning behind being a band geek this year on the Nair stage. Speaking of band, let's give credit where it's due and recognize our school's marching band, drumline, and color guard, who worked tirelessly late into the night and early in the mornings to continue bringing the Titan spirit to our games and assemblies.
But our Titan excellence doesn't stop there. San Marino is filled with our very own Tony Starks, whose love for learning and tinkering is what makes Marino such an academically robust school. Through multiple rigorous tests and thrilling experiments, both our math and science teams continue to compete and rank highly at many competitions. Our speech and debate team, with their impeccable social media presence, has students placing highly at several competitions and qualifying for both state and national competitions. Our mock trial team, objecting and arguing their way to the semifinals this year, where they placed 4th overall in the Los Angeles County competition. And we definitely can't forget our amazing robotics team that made an impressively strong showing at regional competitions, beating out previous world championship winning teams at their Sacramento competition.
Though we're able to look back at everything we've accomplished and are starting to realize that we're ending this chapter of our lives, the future ahead of us shines bright. As we head off to college, trade schools, jobs, the military, or some other new and thrilling adventure, it feels like we have our whole lives ahead of us. The world is our oyster, they say. But just as these 4 years have been unexpected, challenging, and gone by in a flash, we must remember that life is unpredictable and waits for no one.
Time marches on, so live your lives fully and make it count. There's no limit to what we can imagine, so think of the Marvel multiverse. Anything is possible. Dare to dream it. Try everything. Embrace and explore your passions. Be adventurous. Thrive, keep learning, and keep moving forward. There may be some setbacks, but as defined in the Merriam-Webster dictionary, that's just a slowing of progress or a temporary defeat. Keyword, temporary.
We'll make mistakes and we'll fail, but fail forward. Instead of knocking us down, these last 4 years have empowered us and shown us that we are resilient. Follow your heart, but also follow your fears. The things that make us uncomfortable help us grow. Be bold and courageous. It's time to live our best lives.
We survived San Marino High School, and we survived COVID. Throughout it all, one thing that's undeniable is that we come from a strong foundation upon which we can now build our futures. It's like the infinity gauntlet with the 6 stones. We have our family, friends, teachers, our shared experiences, our own minds and self-determination, and even the community of San Marino behind us. I mean, just look at the grad night set.
With all that behind us, everything will be all right, no matter what comes at us next. We know how to adapt, we understand the importance of compassion and kindness, and we are focused. Like the Avengers, we have battle experience, and we've survived what was previously unimaginable. We turned out all right, and will continue to have new adventures, conquer new challenges, and achieve new heights. The world really is our oyster, and we can't thank our family, friends, teachers, and our community enough. As our grad night theme this year is Marvel, we thought it was fitting to end by quoting Gwen Stacy from The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I know it feels like we're saying goodbye, but we will carry a piece of each other into everything that we do next to remind us of who we are and of who we're meant to be.
Congratulations, class of 2022. We did it.
Really great job.
I'll be brief, which is unusual. To the class of 2022, you've already heard from 5 individuals who've given you the best advice for your future. My one and only simple piece of advice for you is to be present in the moment you have right now. Your friends, some of whom you've known since kindergarten or longer, friends who've held your hand when you were experiencing your best and your worst day, they're right here, right now. Your family, who know you in many ways better than you know yourself, are up in those bleachers right now. You, beautiful, amazing you, savor the feeling that you have right now. Know that whether you feel happy or sad or scared, that it's temporary, and you should acknowledge that feeling right now. Many people say that you have your whole life ahead of you, and you do. But what you really have for sure is you have right now. Live in this moment, at this moment. And class of 2022, congratulations, and I love you 3,000.
Put this down a little since you're shorter.
Superintendent Dr. De La Torre, please join me at the podium. As principal of San Marino High School, I certify that these students have met all the requirements for graduation from San Marino High School, and for the purpose of awarding their diplomas, I present you the class of 2022.
They're good. They're staying. Okay. I'll put my used ones. Lucas Matthew Levy.
Lucas Braddock Chen.
Nathan Roy Feinberg.
Emma Yushen Liu.
Carolyn Ann Lichman.
Stanley Chuck Man Wong.
Anika Kesavalu.
Connor Young Tan.
Sean Kingston Chan.
Brendan Peter Sampson.
Brian Fan.
Keegan Levi Wood.
Ja Hua Chang.
Madison Hyunjin Spitzer.
Alyssa Kailani Duenas.
Christiana Joy Rasmussen.
Megan Ashley Klusman.
Rachel Malia Rudero.
Erin Kelsey de Guzman.
Macy Mooney.
Kayla Hope Bahadarian.
Darian Marie Asaf Sanchez Terrell.
Ava Carolina Clemente Gill.
Michael Amadeus Wang.
Kelsey Mannion Au.
Aiden Kuman Ye.
Jonathan King.
Corey Z. Sai.
Samantha Stephanie Armandaris.
Dennis Ray.
Valentina Liu.
Dawson Yang.
Dante Osbrooks.
Caitlin Ing.
Grace Madison Emmons.
Cynthia Gerari Zhang.
Felix Shenyang Chow.
Allison Jai Norton.
Matthew Masao Heckman.
Renee Michelle Rodriguez.
Leo Ka.
Junse Yu.
Sebastian Luke Leal.
Gabriella Natanya Salim.
Randy Kai.
Ashley Salim.
Lawrence Ethan Chow.
Carolyn Tao.
Kevin Lan.
Caroline Lucy Uritich.
Srinivasan Aramugam.
Anya Jasmine Tang.
Aurelia Fonting Lau.
Mark David McDermott.
Glenda J. L. Chen.
Sebastian Omar Moijo.
Alina Bo Champon.
Wyatt James Ostrin.
Irene Chen.
Aiden John Peck.
Philip Lay.
Tristan Darian Shen.
George Tsai.
Joseph Ryan Ing.
Yanni Liu.
Zachariah August Sue.
Zuosho Jen.
Alexander Peter Mock.
Ariel Jiong.
Yusheng Zhang.
Rachel May Lee.
Jocelyn Tang.
Hattie Chen.
Connor Sun.
Panise Audley.
Zoe Yachi Yang.
Betty Chen.
Madison Hannah Lee.
Charlize Ann Okol Francea.
Sabrina Jing Yi Wang.
Andrew Hornberger.
Rachel Railing Wen.
Owen Patrick Granis.
Elise Nicole Mock.
James David Bell.
Carries Marie Tang.
Ryan Arrington.
Erica Maratra.
Aiden Osmond Hong.
Amanda Josephine Lopez.
Daniel Dosty.
Faith Alexis Pierre.
Matthew Cornelius Begarow.
Carly Kai Ting Yen.
Brendan Gill.
Natalie Wu.
Michael Azinge.
Tiffany Michelle Pletting.
Jaden Holloman.
Elizabeth Grace Modine.
Yuki Ann Lee.
Sophia Andrea Schaefer.
Catherine Evelyn Jane.
Claire Skylar Paige Streeter.
Helen Joshine Jen.
Mia Elise Rios.
Catherine Teresa Casares Bell.
Gavin Michael O'Malley.
Lily Grace Hargett.
Aiden Christopher Tran.
Kate Olivia Bruner.
Tatiana Katrina Stonington.
Summer Grace Lee.
Nia Ray Chi Wang.
Natalie Chen.
Dion Grace Wong.
Erica Su Ewing King.
Jaden Hawkin Vien.
Jeanette Fu.
Faith Angela Tai.
Jonathan Thomas Fan.
Mabel Joanne Tan.
Ethan Guansing Chung.
Elaine Wu.
Aaron Chung-Yuen Kang.
Tiffany Goshen Yu.
Ethan Lopez Gorham.
Camden Mungchin Wu.
Leonardo Chen.
Amber Win Tang.
Matthew Chu.
Sophia Lu Yao.
Daniel Lin.
Victor Lu Yao.
Madeline Grace Gutierrez.
Zihao Wang.
Justin Hung.
Chingsing Tang.
Kyle Gaiwai Lexmana.
Bochen Zhang.
Alyssa Leilani Beck.
Brandon Presley Wan.
Cassandra Victoria Leong.
Jaewon Zhang.
Chloe Vinky Lau.
Devin Kawai Wong.
Sophia Ann Lee.
Logan Jerome Osich.
Elena Lee.
Jonathan Luo.
Marlena Elizabeth Catalar.
Wendy Luo.
Natalie Poisson Impellizzeri.
Husing Zhang.
Alice Lang.
Yanni Peng.
Cole Giles.
Xing Yi Tang.
Timothy Irier.
Lily Wang.
Marcus Ihao Chua.
Lily Wang.
Ellie Lynn Ka.
Bowen Yu.
Megan Michelle Lee.
Jingyang Ma.
Dylan Christopher Fang.
Jun Yi Wang.
Ming Han Evan Kuo.
Jessica Wong.
Lawrence Homing Chung.
Mason Von Tran.
Chloe Jamie Lee.
Andrew Sung.
Thomason Winter Hauk.
Matthew Ted Wei.
Brandon Alexander Hang.
Andre Tomovchev.
Alexander Christian Chuang.
Michael Anthony Uritich.
Colin Douglas Erickson.
Ethan Philip Ye.
Charisse Noel Chi.
Sutton Patrick Spindler.
Mason Lowe.
Noah Lewis Rivera.
Ethan Scott Fong.
Michael Allen Pink.
Alexa Hannah Hugh.
Cristobal Magianis.
Julia Barreto.
Michael William Prappis.
Zachary Deedle.
Brendan Patrick Long.
George Guo.
Shane Logan O'Brien.
Zuhao Chen.
Nicholas Fotis Maratis.
Karen Bella Huen.
Derek Hideki Montalongo.
Phone Kent Cha Swa.
Christopher Ryan Zhang.
Lauren Mai Lim.
Kyle Christopher Yu.
Caitlin Marie Hansa.
Jacob Chen Wang.
Anita Bianca Onind.
Ryan Patrick Wong.
Christina Niao Bui.
Jack Edward Lovelock.
Kai Ferkel.
Marco Roman Repetto.
Maisie Ocean Shu.
Wasif Akbar Mahmood.
Elizabeth Araceli Hernandez.
Sierra Brittany Murphy.
Karis Felix.
Ella Grace Shepard.
Norman Honfu Chan.
William Winfield Lozano.
Tan Min Huen.
Christopher Thomas Rowe.
Erwin Lee.
Amelia Carolina Sanchez.
Ryan Lee.
Brian Edwin Mortonen.
Men Kent Cha Swa.
Ryan Q.
Hao Feng.
Sebastian Akawa Nakashima.
Ethan Chang.
Angela Jin Yang.
Chelsea Ann.
Emily Jin Yang.
Miles Wallace Caldwell.
Cameron Scott Richardson.
Jonathan Alexander Hernandez.
David Yutong Ku.
Jacob Paul Broussard.
Nash Edison Wong.
Tyler Yushan Lin.
Donovan Patrick Fawn.
Lex Elvis Leckband.
Daniel Alexander Fawn.
Dewan Kendrick Kim.
Vivian Tao.
Ethan Min Lien.
Nicole Marie Tan.
Heidi Marie Durgis.
Joanne J. Park.
Madeline Jane Brousseau.
Luke Anthony Perez.
Christian Liao.
David Elliott Weber.
Alex Liao.
Kiwing Su.
Kaylee Nicole Campana.
Zihao Sun.
Joshine Kang. Carol Patterson Corley. And Andrew Stephen Kiefer. I'm telling you, the hamburger.
At this time, I'd like you all to please stand for our alma mater. Parents, once we are finished, you are welcome to come to the field to take pictures with your adults. They're not your students anymore. Class of 2022, please celebrate by turning your tassels. Then, on the count of 3, you will toss your caps. 1, 2, 3.
It has an E for East.